Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Philip. What's up, Philip?
Hello, it's been a long time. How you been?
All right, bro. I had a nice Father's Day, Anthony's birthday. It was
Yes,
pretty nice.
I
And
did
now
see
we'll,
that. Pretty cool. Pretty
yeah.
cool.
And I got to see Spider-Verse, and that was perfect. What a great movie.
I watched that. Not how many about two or 3 days ago. I watched it. I enjoyed it to a certain point. I don't know whether I'm into that kind of animation kind of thing.
Right.
Good story, but I find it too psychedelic for my eyes, and I get all a bit like, oh my god, what's going on?
I
It
liked
was
it.
good. It was good, but it's not what I won't scream about it like
Yeah.
most people do.
I don't think everybody was happy with the ending, but we know it's going to be another part. So I was the
there's
same
only
way,
just-
obviously. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Let me just finish on the film aspect. What did I just watch the other day? And I was disappointed. Oh, what's the newest one that's just come out?
Flash?
What a load of tripe.
No.
I'm sorry, but no.
Really?
I watched it once and I thought, didn't like it. I thought, let me watch it again just to, give it a proper, thought about it. I watched it a second time. I didn't like it. Not one bit.
Oh, my God.
I didn't like it.
And I want to go see that bad, too. I'm still going to see it, but...
It's not because of Ezra Miller or anything like that. Right. It's just that the story just didn't appeal to me. It was just a bit off.
Because they cut it to pieces multiple times. Yeah, like this one wanted to have Superman and Wonder Woman. Then they're like, this one took over James Gunn. He wanted his own thing. So they all altered the film. And it probably got... I'll see what it is when I get to see it. But
the only good thing that I did like was seeing Nicolas Cage's Superman. I thought that was quite cool. I like that.
I will watch it and see how they butchered it. But reason why we're here.
Yeah.
Now again, I wasn't aware of this, Philip, because as you know, things have been different the past couple of years. I haven't done multiple podcasts a day like I used to, and I was doing my gaming endeavor, and I had got a whole bunch of new fans based on my gaming. The issue I wasn't aware of was the fact that they have no idea who I am about Doctor Who and podcasts and everything else.
You want to separate that from your game anyway, so you don't want to, because you know what it's like.
I know what it was like with the books, if you remember. Yeah. I tried to not cross the streams, but this is the channel that everything is on. So, like, I didn't really try to hide that I was doing podcasts on here because I was doing both, right? So, it just, I wasn't doing podcasts. So, I've been doing this thing with competition for so long that when I started doing Real Whovians again, people are like, is this a game? I'm like, no. What is this? Now, it didn't bother them that I did reviews like Donut Lesson, Water Lesson, whatever. Like, they thought it was funny, and characters like Joey Jupe and Sky Havoc, but they're like, you're doing podcasts? That's not gaming? So I had to explain to them, hey, this is Doctor Who, it's a show, and whatever. So they didn't understand, and I'm like, I guess maybe I should make videos about it. So I did. But one of the things that was irking me was the stuff that happened recently. Now, I try not to get involved in Twitter drama because I felt you get involved with Twitter drama and you're wasting your whole entire day for no reason, right? So, but this thing came about where I'm not going to mention the person's name. An individual had basically went to Russell T. Davis's Instagram, which, I mean, our opinions may be different than others, but I find like a safe haven. This is my cat. This is my dog.
Incident. I am aware of that incident with Russell Davis and a certain person that we cannot name.
Right.
I was aware of that. I mean, I was there at the time when it was being spoken about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Instagram is kind of like, this is my cat, this is my dog, this is my house. Look, I'm smiling. Look, I'm here. I'm at this writer's thing. So, it's just a relaxing thing. It's not like a toxic thing like Twitter or an engaging thing like Facebook or every other social media, even YouTube, the comment section, right? So, to go there with an agenda and attack somebody, I don't think is cool. Now, I said my opinion. Now,
Doesn't that happen every day on Twitter, where someone is attacking someone else for something they don't agree with? So, I mean, I know what you're saying. Russell T Davies is a bit more of a higher edge person to go for, which is a bold thing to do anyway.
Right.
Because we know what Russell's like. Russell don't give a fuck. Basically.
But the thing is that no one understood. What happened is I had removed 2 podcasts because I felt, after listening to the 2 parties that wanted me to remove it, of course I'm open-minded, and I said, you know what? Okay, I'll remove it. But me removing my podcast did not stop people from talking about it. Did not protect the individual if he thought it was wrong. And things got worse and continually worse for days and days and days and days. Right. Now, I had felt, as I always felt, that it was a setup. It was an agenda. It was purposeful, that the knowledge was there, what was going to happen, and then what was going to happen after, right? And that this was a whole thing to fuel one faction of the Whovian community to go after Russell T Davies. I had said my genuine opinion. I thought it was fake. I can't believe everybody's falling for it. And I was very vocal in my opinion. Now, of course, you can't see it because I did remove the both podcasts at the request of 2 people, one who was a guest on here and one who was not. And I'm not going to say who. But I was upset, too, because, again, I am the boss of my own show, and I have my own group. You part of that group, the Real Whovians cast, right? So, like us Real Whovians, I have my own team, my own group. So I don't know what I kind of don't like when anybody would dictate to me about my show. My instant reaction would be what Russell T Davies would be, like, fuck off, basically, and not give a fuck about the consequences. Because, maybe it's, I mean, there was no Whovian community, and then there was a Whovian community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this for 11 years, and, like, I feel like everything started, like, was born. Like, it wasn't just me creating the Whovian community. It was a whole bunch, right? So, these people that have came way after us, and they think maybe they're in charge of the Whovian community, and I'm, like, kind of offensive about it, right? So, there is no boss of the Whovian community. There is no leader of the Whovian community. But I feel that even if I did podcasts, thousands, and then I took a break, and then I came back, like, I still have say in the Whovian community, and, like, my opinion matters just like everybody else's. So I kind of was respectful, and I said, all right, you know what? I put them on private to 2 podcasts, but it was basically implied that really no one else was going to, like, talk about it really, or to protect the individual, and that was not the case. That happened. That everybody talked about it. So so again, on the podcast that you probably didn't see, I kind of cursed out the individual because it was my opinion that I would have answered him the same way. I would have answered him worse than Russell T Davies. Now, okay. So, we don't need to see that anymore. It's in private for my own viewing, and no one's going to see it. Fine. Both podcasts have been removed. I also don't like the fact of anyone dictating to me, and I have to air this, and I'm not at odds with anyone. I'm not fighting anyone. I am, you're friends with people, and you could agree to disagree. And that's what this is about. This isn't a war with my friends. This is a difference of an opinion. Now, I also heard something towards the effect of, if you have this person on your podcast, blah, this may happen, this may go to war with me, this may not. To answer that, as much as I love everybody and I'm friendly with everybody, nobody can tell me what to do. And if I feel like someone's ordering me, well, then fuck off and let's go to war. But again, I'm not going to war. I do what I want on my podcast. So whether that individual appears again in the future is up to me and only me. But anyway,
as it should be.
Yes, I do not agree with this big faction. We call them a faction about the Russell T Davies thing, because their opinion is that how dare Russell T Davies attack a fan? How dare now? Let's question the fact that he's a fan or not, because again,
there's no push without shove, and that's what Russell did. He shoved back. He got pushed, and he shoved back.
He got shoved. But another thing, the fan admitted he's kind of not a fan anymore. So I guess when he replied to him, he wasn't really kind of a fan because he doesn't like what's going on with Doctor Who, and he's not approving of what's Russell T Davies. So if you're a fan of someone, you're not going to attack them, right? So he flat out said the wrong thing, and he admitted he said the wrong thing. But now we have a whole faction that is trying to. There's a faction out there that loves classic Who, and I feel wants Doctor Who to die. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can never be a part of that faction because I've watched Doctor Who since I was fucking 5. And I love the show so much that I would do anything in my power to keep it alive, right? So if I became rich and the BBC were going to go bust, I would become richer and buy the whole fucking thing so it wouldn't go away. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, same thing with Spider-Man or anything, whatever, right? I'm a big Marvel fan, right? So, again, I would do whatever I could do to salvage and save what I believe in, right? So, there's a faction out there, rest in peace, Doctor Who. I've never felt that. And it's a complete opposite of me. I mean, I wouldn't do thousands of podcasts on Doctor Who. And even if I didn't like a showrunner or a doctor, I would never want the show to die and end because it's all about regeneration, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm always open-minded too, because even when I was against Jodie, it took a while for me to open up and see, right? So, I basically say the truth on here. It took 450 casts for me to accept her. So that's a lot. Okay, so I am about Doctor Who surviving. And it's, in case you weren't aware, that's always the way it's been. It's never been Matrix Lord saying rest in peace, Doctor Who, Matrix Lord saying Doctor Who is dead. Matrix Lord will do whatever he takes to make sure that Doctor Who survives. So if that puts me at odds with that faction, again, I'm not going to battle with them, but so be it. Okay. The thing is that I've always felt it wasn't Jodie's fault, and it was Chibnall's fault because he was a showrunner, right? He does the writing, he does whatever. He tells her you can't research the part. She didn't research it. When she was on break, she did it because you do what you want on break, but that's it. So, but that's over. And then we had a situation where Russell T Davies had his company, Bad Wolf Productions, and they had a deal in place with the BBC where he's like, look, I'm going to have total say 100% in Doctor Who, and you're not going to have any say in my production of Doctor Who. And I'm going to rent out the characters basically like a fucking hot dog stand or fucking like they pay royalties to the, the Daleks, right? To have. So here's your money. Have it, enjoy it, eat it because you need it because the BBC could go bust at any time because everybody's defund the BBC, right? So this will keep you a little alive. Here's some millions, right? Can't say shit. And that's the agreement, right? Now, again, he was famous before he was in Doctor Who, okay?
Of course. Yes.
He has his own company now. And again, we remember when he was about to leave, he was stopped. He was stopped from having the Doctor's mother be a part of the end of time because someone told him he couldn't do that. And it left a bad taste in his mouth. Maybe subconsciously in the back of his mind, he's like, if I'm ever coming back to this shit, I'm going to have 100% say. And sure and Bigora, boom, he has 100% say, right? Yes. So, of course, this draws attention to Sony, who wants to invest in his company, right? And they have their part to play. And Disney XD used to air David Tennant's episodes on their Disney Channel thing. And hey, it's the same person that wrote for David Tennant, and we liked David Tennant, and it's the same showrunner. So, boom, that opens up the door for Disney Plus, and Disney Plus is like, hey, man, we'll give you money, we'll give you special effects. You make this shit because we need shows for our network. You blow it out of the park. You could use our technology. You could use everything. You want a budget, so it's like, great, this is fantastic, right? He hired Ncuti Gatwa. There was just one problem that nobody was aware of, and the fact that he's filming a movie and he's doing another successful television show, and the 60th anniversary wasn't going to happen. Okay? Specials weren't going to happen because he wasn't available. But he was hired, but he wasn't available. So we had a situation where they did have lunch before this. Russell T. Davis remembers having lunch with David Tennant, Catherine Tate. They're joking around. Oh, it would be cool if we could be the Doctor and Donna again. But it's not going to happen. He's sipping. I'm sure he's sipping his tea. Like, subconscious in the back of his head. He's doing lockdown things. And then always in his mind, he's going to do it. He's going to fucking do it if he wants to, because he could fucking do it. So it turns out, oh, I have a doctor that can't be the doctor. All these poor kids, they want the 60th. Oh my God, we got to give him something. He contacts David Tennant and Catherine Tate. They're like, absolute. Absolute. And there you go. There's people out there on Twitter that are not knowledgeable about the situation. And they're like, oh my God, Russell T. Davis screwed this up because it's about change and everything. And we're going backwards. They're not aware that Shooty couldn't film anything. They're not aware that technically would be a year or two without Doctor Who. He did the right thing, I felt. And I always felt that they were going to revisit the Donna Noble storyline anyway. I've said this numerous times on my podcast. You can't hide it. People were fighting me. There were enemies that Donna Noble was never appearing again. She did at the time. And I even said afterwards, she's appearing again. She is. And I even said on here, you're going to see Russell T. Davis return one day. You're going to see Stephen Moffat return one day. They're going to take over again. I'm telling you, people thought I was fucking crazy. And it's fine. But you know what? Never say never, right? In this world. After fucking James Bond movie, Never Say Never, with fucking Sean Connery. Absolutely. He was back. You know what? I love that movie. But you know what? Never say never, right? So they're back. And yes, David Tennant's my favorite. Fucking love it. Catherine Tate, I love her, right? I got what I wanted. I'm like it's like Golden Age Doctor. I'm happy. Now, things are going to happen I may not like. Like, I thought the last trailer sucked. I said it. I'm sorry. You're going to have the 60th anniversary trailer with titles. Be a little bigger, right? A little more. Give us something. Maybe beautiful music from Murray Gold.
Yeah.
Right? Something. We got shit, right? So I was like, and they're like, oh, come on, Matrix Love. They're just revealing titles. It's just that, no, we don't fucking put mediocre shit out. If you're going to do a trailer, you're going to do a puppet trailer. That's the way I feel, right? You got Moffat with his.
You may get one before November rocks around. So just hang in there. I might get a bigger bonus.
I'll hang in there. So, and Moffat's writing for the series too, which people are not aware of. And they're like, oh, yeah, you know, so, yeah. So, I mean, listen, hey, I'm fully happy because I also know the gear is running on because Karen Gillan has been very vocal about wanting to come back to Doctor Who, and so is Alta Darvel. And guess what? If you can return to a familiar face and Shooty has to regenerate, then I guess Matt Smith can come back too, because who the fuck gives a shit, really, right? So who cares, right? You do the same shit, whole bunch of specials of Matt Smith. The Ponds are back, River's back, Clara's back. She's not with the Donna TARDIS anymore. Who cares, right? That's the way I feel. But anyway, getting back to the topic, let's talk about Russell T. Davis.
Okay.
So he tells the person, fuck off, right? Now, you shouldn't complain because like he wasn't like one of these corporate people that just pushed it to the side and pretended it didn't happen. You got to respect him for giving an opinion, right? Like you got to respect him for having the balls. But this is the Russell T. Davis that fucking has his own fucking company, production company, right? He has his own fucking team. He has his own fucking pay grade. Like nobody's paying. Like he's basically his own fucking boss now. So who's gonna fucking fire him? Nobody, right? So big deal if he's not on Disney Plus. Who fucking gives a shit? Big deal if he's not doing shit with the BBC. Who gives a shit? He's doing shit without them. Now he may be freelance and do something for the BBC. Maybe I'll put this thing on there. But by no means is he an employee of the BBC at all. Okay? No. He is not an employee of the BBC. Their taxpayer dollars or their dollars are not financing him and putting him in place. He's built himself up before Doctor Who to be important enough to take over Doctor Who the first time. So let's get that clear that Doctor Who didn't put him on the map. He was already on the map. Maybe stuff was added to the map that he's contributed with Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
But again, hold on. Okay. But again, let's this is the thing. And again, this is the narrative, okay? And I don't mean to silence anybody in the chat, but this is my show. You want to talk about it on your show? I doubt it, because you're not brave enough to talk about it on show because you're afraid to come in here. But that's it. Like, honestly, don't interrupt my show and don't screw up my show. So, like, the thing is, again, Russell T Davies is his own boss, and he's self-sustaining, and nobody's gonna tell me. So that's the Russell T Davies that responded to that kid. That's not a kid. He was in his 20s. And you know what? Don't give me excuses about this person is this person is that. Like, obviously, if you attack somebody, there's going to be fallout. You're going to hear about it. Don't think that you're going to be protected. You know what? If you deserve to hear something, you deserve to hear something, right? The thing is that, you know, we're in a different class than the kid. The kid's trying to get a job as a writer. He's making minimum wage. You want to get a job? Your resume consisted of you bashing the biggest fucking writer in history in fucking UK. That now that you're blocked is always going to be there on your resume, and then it'd be like, I don't know if I want to hire this one. You know, yeah. So.
But this whole thing happened months and months ago back, though. Why is it relevant now?
Well, no, somebody else attacked him months and months ago. This was just past 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, again, don't think in the narrative of he owes us a living. And don't give me the entitlement garbage about a fan, because he wasn't a fan for a long time. He admitted on the podcast, so he's not a fan. Okay, he's not. He admitted he's not. So don't call him a fan if he's not a fan. He said he dropped off for years. He hasn't enjoyed Doctor Who in years. The person that sent the message to Russ Davis wasn't a fan when he was saying it. He may have been in the past, but obviously he's not a fan of Russell T Davies if he didn't like what he was doing and whatever. So don't make the excuse to, oh my God, my idol ripped me apart and said this. If you bashed your idol, if you chop your fucking idol's legs off and he can't walk, it's your fault, right? So, like, again, let's not sugarcoat it. And I'm not here to bring attention to the kid. I'm here to bring attention to the situation. The situation is Russell T Davies brought Doctor Who back in 2005. It was very successful. Okay? Why on earth would we think that it would be different this time? Why would we think that if he never pushed his agenda to take over Doctor Who before, all right, he hires a transgender person. All right, he hires a gay person. Who cares? You could hire anybody you want. Like, it doesn't mean that the character's going to be gay. It doesn't mean that the thing's going to be gay. I mean, you're an actor or an actress. They're going to play a part, right? So I was against Jinx Monsoon originally. And then I saw her video. And I said, you know what? Not for nothing. She's going to be a fucking big fucking villain. She's going to be tough. And I said it to Russell T Davies on a post to him. And he liked it. Because I was open. I said, listen, not for nothing. I was against that first. I'm sorry. But you know what? I changed my mind, open mind. And he liked it. And look, that's the way I am. I'm open-minded. So give it a chance. We have not seen one episode of Russell T Davies' new Doctor Who. Not one episode. We can't judge it. Doesn't matter who you're hiring. Doesn't matter what the graphics look like. It doesn't matter. Then there was another ridiculous thing. People are mad that the Doctor has multiple outfits. Okay. It's a bigger thing.
Yeah, I will say I was probably one of those people. Why do they keep chopping and changing? I want it to be stabilized.
All right, but guess what? Like he's going to have an outfit.
No, but it's a good idea though, because it makes it look like the Doctor's making an effort to blend in with wherever he goes.
Did Matt Smith have one outfit?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no. He had what? 1, 2. He had about 3 at the most.
So Matt Smith had a completely different outfit after Snowman, right?
Yeah.
When he lost the Ponds, right? So you can say 2, right? But then he's also been in the suit. That's 3. He's also been in other attire. You could say he had multiple different outfits, right? But you don't really realize it because he goes back to his outfit. Peter Capaldi, how many fucking outfits did he have? You don't really realize it, but he kind of had multiple, right? You envision the one you like that maybe appeared in one fucking episode, like Hellbat, whatever it was, right?
Orient Express. That costume I like. The
right, or Hellbent or whatever. Heaven Sent. Maybe we like that outfit the best, but he didn't appear in the whole series with it, and he had multiple costumes, so you can't really say, "Oh my God, this has been done before," right? Tom Baker had different scarves. One got wrecked. He had a different. We know that Nostradamus' wife made it for him because he said that.
And we always had different smoking jackets, colored smoking jackets and cape. So
it's really been, you know, and again, Jodie had the dark outfit that okay, I got a joke about this because I said she needed to have a darker coat, right?
Right.
Like Sylvester McCoy, and they gave her one. I'm like, this she should have kept it. It was the greatest fucking outfit, the dark coat, right? I loved it. But anyway, I was right. But anyway, not that I'm right all the time. But anyway, again, you can't say the show's gonna be terrible because it's different outfits. I mean, and then guess what? We're going off planet, right? Didn't I want that? Going off world? I wanted that. Now, I didn't want a musical episode because, and if you didn't know why he's doing a musical episode, he was always a fan of Buffy, and he always kind of wanted to make the Doctor like Buffy show and hip and everything, and there was always going to be at some point in time in his brain a musical episode because it's like a homage to Buffy. They had that musical thing. So he was always going to do it at some point in time. Even if he had to come back to Doctor Who just to do that, that was probably going to happen. That was like a fixed point in Doctor Who's history. Okay. So I don't know if I'm going to like that. But then again, I didn't love Love and Monsters. I hated it. So, and that was like the worst Doctor Who episode ever written, and it was by him, so we can't have perfect scores. But anyway.
They can have their musical episodes if they want. I just don't want it to be a regular thing each season where they're singing their lungs out.
No, it's just one episode. It's not.
That's what I'm
just one. Just one.
Just see how it plays out, and then
guys, it's one episode. Don't, guys. Like, there's no difference between Jinx Monsoon's character and the fucking whole goddamn Happiness Patrol with fucking Fifi and Candyman. Like, come on. If you can't see that, you're fucking crazy. Come on. If you can't look at the Happiness Patrol and say gay, come the fuck on. Honestly. Come on now. It's Pride Month. Come on. Damn it. Get over it. Stop creating this fucking thing. Russell T. Davies will not eat your children. Russell T. Davies is not evil and a beast. I like my interactions with him. I think he's nice, right? And you know what? He's a human being like I'm a human being, right? Like Philip's a human being, right? If you say something to upset us, I don't have to be professional. Philip don't have to be professional. I can just say, fuck off.
Yeah.
And you want to, oh my God, Matrix Lord reached out to his fans and he said, fuck off. You should not watch his podcast ever again, and we're going to boycott him for eternity. Grow the fuck up. Honestly. So there is a faction, I'm telling you, in the Whovian community that we love Doctor Who. We want it to continue. And again, we agree to disagree with our brother Whovians that are against it. Okay? Yes. I'm not fighting them. I'm just saying, I'm not an enemy of them either. I'm just saying that I'm going to do what it takes for Doctor Who to survive. And if I need to build myself up and if it needs me later on, so be it. Okay? That will happen if it needed to be. But I think that Russell T. Davies is going to do it so well, it's never going to be in dire straits again. And even if he leaves, it's not going to be in dire straits again. So I am I feel that Russell T Davis was right, and I'd rather him be truthful than to be fake. I'd rather him to say his true opinions rather than not answer at all. And I thought that that was the best truthful thing coming from him. Now, again, I found out the hard way. This happened to me today. That Instagram is not a safe place because someone put something in there. It took me hours to find it, right? Because I couldn't find it. It was hard to find. And I'm asking people, help me find this. Help me find this. A person had liked something of mine on Instagram, a picture.
Right.
And basically, through liking it, had created a portal doorway for him to disrespect me in a comment rather than being messenger. Now I saw this thing pop up on my phone. I clicked on it. I'm like, what? I went off the screen. I couldn't find it because again, it wasn't in a direct message. It wasn't on YouTube. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Where is it? It took me hours. I finally found it. I clicked the heart on my Instagram, and it was a comment on my fucking photo about, and the person wrote this thing thinking I don't have a life either because I'm doing gaming or I'm miserable or I'm not a good enough gamer. And my answer I was being diplomatic, and I was kind of mad that I was being diplomatic because I should have just said, fuck off. So I'm like, why am I being diplomatic? Because this whole past 2 weeks happened, and I'm like, no, when do I ever? No, I say what I feel. Like, I'm not going to. So I was like, oh, why do you say that? Like, I'm thinking all that stupid shit. I'm like, I should have said fuck off. Honestly. Because you don't need to squirm and maneuver in there. Like, get out of my Instagram like that. Get out of there. You don't belong in there, right? You can reach me on Twitter. You can reach me on Facebook. You don't have to hide about it. You have something to say, you fucking say it. Don't scream it, sneak in there like you know how to work Instagram perfectly. I don't. Okay, now I figured it out. That's great. But I'm sorry, that is a place. Like, look, so what if he's supporting writer strike? He's a fucking writer. Blows your mind, right? That he's supporting writers? Okay, people are gay. He's supporting gay people. Oh, he's gay. Didn't you know that? Okay, so what's the fucking problem? Like, he ate this for breakfast. Who fucking cares? Right? Are you going to be mad if you find out he's a meat eater? Jesus Christ. Like, get the fuck over yourself. People are so fucked up on Twitter. Oh, my God. You're a vegan? It's like, fuck off. What does that matter? Like, what does it mean? What does it mean? You voted for this person. Who cares? They're not me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At least I know what ice cream flavor I'm eating in my name. And I know if people are dead or not. I mean, the queen is dead, right? Why are you saying God bless the queen if she's dead, right? But anyway, let's not get into that because that's a whole other topic wonders about, you know, if people should be president or not. We're not going to talk about that. But, like, listen, right? Everybody has an opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion. And nobody's opinion. So what? If okay, 0, right? Every single thing I fucking sent him about his pictures he liked, I'm happy about that. Doesn't make me biased him because I loved Russell T Davis before. So if he liked 30 things I've said, okay, that makes me feel even great. But again, I'm not thank you, Tharies. I mean, again, like, the guy is a human being. He's not a machine. He's sensitive. He felt really emotionally upset that this person came to his safe place, his mind palace, his Instagram, and did it. Doesn't matter what he is. Like, and you know what? I give him 100% credit to tell the person genuinely, fuck off.
Too far.
Because you're not my boss. You don't tell me how to write my show. You don't tell me. Your taxpayer dollars do not pay for my fucking salary or put me where I need to be. Right. So he's a human fucking being. And these people are trying to be like, she needs to answer in a certain way. No, there's no fucking rules how he answers. Everybody's different. Anybody can answer whatever way you want to, and there should be no ramifications whatsoever on him if he curses a person out or not. So let's just say flat out, okay? The person did a podcast and said he hasn't been a fan for years of Doctor Who. Even though he was a fan of Russell T Davies before, he hasn't been lately. So when he went to comment, obviously, the narrative was, oh my God, he cursed out a fan. He wasn't a fan because he admitted it in the podcast he wasn't. So you just lost the argument completely that you tried to push this whole agenda that he's a fan. And, oh, Russell vandalizes and hurt him. Listen, it doesn't matter what the kid is, and he's 20 years old, 20-something years old, so he's not a child, okay? He's not even a minor. He's 20, what is he, 22, 21, or whatever. So he's an adult, right? Let's not wipe his ass. Let's not baby him. And again, I was very respectful because I came strong at him, and I took the podcast down. Okay. I said my honest opinion. I would tell him, fuck off, because that's the way it is. But I was worse about it, right? But you know that if you comment, you're going to get a response, and you can't be upset about it later because you did a whole podcast where you thought, even though you said you did some things wrong, you were buttered up to believe that you did fucking the greatest thing ever. Now, again, you're trying to have a job. You work in minimum wage. That's not Russell T. Davis' fault because I heard that podcast. It's not Russell T. Davis' fault if it rains. It's not Russell T. Davis. Russell T. Davis didn't give you a minimum wage job. He's not the government. He's not what. It's not his fault. You're just throwing everything about Doctor you don't like to mix it with why you can't get a job or why you're getting paid a minimum wage, and you just attacked Russell T. Davis. You did the wrong thing. You admitted you did the wrong thing. Right. And so what? The guy likes bunnies. He draws about bunnies. Okay. You know what? Like that. God bless you. Listen. You want to laugh? I'm going to make fun of myself. Right, Sharon? Can I have my bunny bowl, please? I want my bunny bowl. Right? Because we're not going to make fun of this kid about bunnies. We're going to make fun of me. All right? Because when I was a kid, all right, there was this whole thing. If you remember, Philip, there was these bowls. There was these fancy bunny things all over the fucking place. If you had to buy the bowls that I have now, you probably had to spend thousands of dollars, whatever, right? These fucking, I don't know what it was called, right? And he'll probably like this, the kid, right? Okay. So, do you remember this?
Oh, geez. I remember
right?
that.
This was my bowl as a child, right? And this is what I ate my pasta in, right? And it's actually called Bunnykins. Bunnykins, right? Okay. Now I'm straight. I'm not gay, right? But when I was a kid, no. Listen, I could be straight and like bunnies. Hey, to each his own, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with the kid liking bunnies because this was my pasta bowl, okay?
Yeah.
I also had, and I still have, they're hidden, I think, in the house. We'll have to find it, sweets. There is a thing for my milk, a bunny milk thing, a coffee cup with the bunnies. I have a whole set my mom got me that I kept, right? With all the Bunnykin stuff. Now, honestly, if I saw that shit on the shelf, I'd buy more because this was my thing. This reminds me like Doctor Who of my childhood, right? This is a representation of me, Bunnykins. Now, I may not put it on Instagram. Hey, I'm a bunny fucking freak, but I am a bunny freak. You just found out, right? You just fucking found out. Secrets revealed. Yeah. Put it on your goddamn fucking podcast, Zero Room motherfucker, Marty. You could put it, Joe loves bunnies, okay? I don't fucking care. Secret revealed. I'm a bunnykin, motherfucker. Okay. All right. Thank you. You just found out a fact about Matrix Lord. God bless you. All right. So anyway, doesn't matter.
That was very funny.
Right? I had to make fun of myself because I don't want them to make fun of the kid. So he draws bunnies really well. Great. Unfortunately, of course, there was that side that attacked him. Because, again, they don't agree with him like I don't agree with them, but I didn't attack him. They fucking attacked him, like flat out. Like, ripped into shreds, took his arms up, his legs up, like, we'll take those bunnies and we'll burn their tail off. Like really, like, oh, shit. Scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, poor bunnies. I'll never draw a bunny. God damn it. But listen. Stop it. This is not. This fandom is just such a fucked up thing, right? Like it really is. The guy that has buddies said the one negative thing in his life that could fucking burn him forever. Like, okay. And the thing that sucks is that it's blocked, so it's never going away, I guess, right? Yeah. Unless, of course, Russell T. Davis unblocks it, then he can remove it, but we don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. So, but anyway, look, it's just ridiculous, this whole fandom, all right? Nobody should attack the kid. The kid made a mistake, right? Now, I think it's wrong buttering up where you can do more shit and damage and fucking. I don't want him to be like creating the Terminator and taking out people, because if you butter someone up when they did something wrong, they're going to do more shit. So and I'm thinking like a dad mentality, like, oh, this kid needs a job. And he's talking to people who are retired and basically paid off their mortgage. Oh my God. Like, I love my friends, don't get me wrong, but they don't have to struggle like he has to struggle. So, they're not thinking like that. They're just thinking, oh, my mortgage is paid. I'm whatever, Yeah. Okay. But again, yeah, I know that. I'm well aware of that too. I saw that too. And listen, I gotta say too, me and Darius had our differences. Actually, when we first introduced to these new people, I think you came after me at one point in time, right? And I didn't even know who you were, but then we were friends, but then we were not. We had our differences, but you know what? Right now we're civil, we're good, right? I'm no malice towards anybody, right? And I thank you, Darius, for your comments, and thank you for coming in here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that either. I see the back and forth banter between you and my friends, and I'm not I don't agree with it, but I'm not part of it. So that's the whole point, is that unfortunately you could be friends with people and you're not responsible for what they're doing, obviously. So the bunny lesson, yeah, we should. But anyway, yeah, I know, I know what you meant, Darius. That and that's the thing, is things are made into this community like, you can't do this, you can't do that. A fan told Russell T. Davis that sacrilege, that poor kid was victimized by a showrunner, the head of Doctor Who. How could you, Russell? How could you? No, he wasn't a fan, because he admitted he wasn't a fan when he did it. So don't lie. He wasn't a fan. And it doesn't matter if he was a fan. In the podcast, he said he wasn't a fan. That's the truth. Again, he may not be a fan in the future. He said he probably won't watch it, or maybe he will. But again, listen, don't bully the kid, and the kid shouldn't bully either. So it goes both ways, right? The kid shouldn't bully anymore. The kid shouldn't send messages to Russell T. Davis anymore. And of course, Russell T. Davis is not going to look for the kid because he blocked.
That incident should have been there anyway. It should have stopped.
That should have been
there with that incident of responding.
And he even agreed that he kind of didn't like the comment that was made to Russell after he did that, because that kind of blew it up to out of proportions. Kind of. Well, it did. But anyway. But I don't think anybody meant anything. I don't think anybody meant to hurt the kid. They're just so busy being themselves that they just fucking talk shit. And I think that the kid got thrown into this mix, and he's thrown in still. And I just feel bad. I wanted to have him on here, like he was on everybody else's podcast, because I don't agree with what he said. Now, I'm not going to attack the kid if he came in here. I just felt that maybe he should appear, just like he appeared on the other ones. But where I wouldn't be tooting his horn, I wouldn't be blowing him up and telling him he's the greatest thing since sliced bread and he's the coming messiah of the Whovian community. No, I would tell him he's fucking wrong for what he did. And honestly, so you need two sides. And again, I don't want the kid who said he wants to be a writer to have any problems getting a job, because I think like the dad mentality, right? Don't hurt yourself. Don't bite your what's the term? Don't bite your nose to feed your face.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you. So if you're going to be a writer, don't insult all writers, right? because the person that's hiring you could be Russell T. Davis' fucking biggest fan. And they'd be like, you know what? The position's been filled. It has, but you said it hasn't. Yeah, my dog's doing it, but your dog doesn't speak English. Exactly. So that's the whole point, is that, don't feel that, because this stuff gets you in trouble, right? All the social media, all the stuff. You see me on here, right? Now, I can't tell you where I work and then talk about my job on here. I'll be fired in 2 minutes, right? So you can't, I can't be talking that aspect of my life, but as Matrix Lord 2 and 2 in the Whovian community, I could talk about it. But this is a kid that's trying to get a job in writing, but he just bashed writers. So don't do that. Don't bash your government, because then they won't hire you, right? If you have something to say, just keep it to yourself, maybe, because if you're vocal about it, people are not going to hire you if you're a shit disturber. And if you want to be a writer, if you're going to be the one that's fucking always on social media fucking with people, they're not going to hire you. So it's common sense. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. As far as you're aware, Marty, but you're not aware. Just like you think I'm. Yeah, but I apologize if you annoyed me, which is weird. Why would I apologize? But you did annoy me, and maybe I took it the wrong way, maybe I didn't. But you did annoy me. But because again, I'm trying to talk, and you're trying to control the narrative, like your buddy Marie, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, did I say that? You can comment here, Marty, if you want. Don't be shy. But anyway, I just want to say one thing too, right? I have to say this because this came up today. To my friends in the Whovian community, I'm friends with you. Yes, I am. I've watched one of your podcasts today, and I found it amusing you talking about donuts. And to homage and honor you, I bought the apple donut today. I bought 2 of them, and I made 3 videos about it. So thank you for making me make 2 cents for that video, and a penny for that video, and a penny for that video. I really appreciate it, and I'm not a money grubber or whatever trying to make money off situations, because I know that you can't buy a donut with a penny. But anyway, thank God I have a job. But anyway, I want to say to my friends in the Whovian community, I love your show. I love your show. I love you. I love you, and I love you. We may not agree, but here's the kicker now, okay?
Yeah.
And again, I may vote with my opinion and being a little protective, and I should not. Here's the thing. Matrix Lord cares a lot about people, and Matrix Lord needs to stop caring sometimes because he gets himself into trouble. And I was like, oh, are you okay? Do you really want to give up Doctor Who? No, to this one, into this one, into this one, right? And I sound like a schmuck sometimes. Like, people don't give a fuck that I care. That's fine. But if you didn't know me, right, and some of us have been enemies in the past 2 times, or once, or whatever, we've had differences. I had differences with Darius over me, Marie, and then that was resolved. And I had differences with Dean, and I had differences with, just about everybody. There's some shit that's happened. I'm sure Philip didn't stand meaties at one point, right? And or Connor, like whatever, right? There's been things, but overall, I do care and I do love, and I don't discriminate. I care about all races. I care about all religions. I care about all cultures. I care about all genders. If I didn't, they wouldn't all appear on here, right? All sexual orientations and others. So you can never say at all that I don't care, because I do. Because if you're transgender or not, it doesn't affect you talking on this podcast. Or if you're gay or not, it doesn't affect. And to me, it's always been, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. God bless you, right? Now, there's 2 ways about the God bless you thing. God bless you. Now, the thing is, if God doesn't bless you, then, oh, shit, you're in trouble. That's the other side to it, right? So if you did something wrong and I say, God bless you, if shit starts falling apart, he's not happy with you. And if he's not happy with you, then it doesn't matter if I'm happy with you. So I am going to say I do get perturbed when I am told or warned or threatened, and I'm not saying anyone did this, even though it may or may have happened, I can't do this with my show. I can't do that with my show. I can't have this one on. I can't have that one on. I don't want to hear that someone almost attacked or is about to attack or plans to attack and didn't attack. So with all this in my brain, I am still Matrix Lord 2 and 2 at the end of the day. Philip knows me. How do you think I will react when someone tells me what to do with my show, like in a threatening manner?
You just turn your face the other way. I don't hear it. I don't see you. I don't have to.
Well, that's what you would do, right?
Yeah.
But what do you think I'm going to do?
I don't. You're just going to go do your own thing.
Do my thing. Right. I don't give a fuck what they have to say. I don't give a fuck, honestly. And you know what? This all made me think things clearly. I've been away for too long.
I've been away for too long.
People forgot who I am. They forgot that I almost was Guinness Book World Record holder, but then someone flagged Whovians Cast 2 and I lost that whole stretch. They forgot that I do thousands of podcasts. They forgot that I have 11,000 videos on here, most of it Doctor Who. They forgot that I've done everything I can to build and create this freaking Whovian community with others, not just me. We basically created this fucking Whovian community. So I'm one of the fucking creators of this Whovian community. By God, I've been away too long because people forgot who I am. So it's like the Doctor erasing everybody's memory in the of like himself, and then everybody remembers again. Regardless of this gaming venture and wanting to be number one in America and the world, it's more important to me to do the Real Whovians cast and be here every single fucking day. All the fucking time. You will remember and you will know my name. And if I give up my gaming venture, the most important thing is
do I say your name 5 times in the mirror?
Right. To reclaim my stature and status where you'll never fucking forget it. And again, can I do both? Well, maybe only Matrix Lord 2 and 2 can do both. But I'm going to tell you right now, if my hair is out of place, I come in here bearded, I'll be here. I may not be clean shaven. My fucking hair may be all over it. Maybe I'll be bald. I don't know. But, I may be fucking tired. But you know what? You're going to see me every fucking night, every fucking day, because you forgot me. And you forgot who I am and what I've done. And that's a mistake. And,
let's be real. You're not really unforgettable, are you, really? In any guys, you're not. So
no,
you've got nothing to worry about that. Everyone knows Mr. 212, matey. It's just how you're. It just depends on how you're known for and what for or how.
Right. And I kind of confused the shit out of the community, right? With different aspects of my life that you don't know what the fuck I am. Am I an author, a published book? Am I not? What did the doctor say? I could be a coward. I could be. What was the line he said? I could be. Well, he had that line. The doctor said, right? He's like, I could be a charlatan. I could be a coward. I could be a thief. I could be like. Remember you said, who was it? Matt Smith saying it?
It sounds like a Matt Smith line.
Yeah, he said it. All right, so I could be a podcaster. I could be a published author of 13 books. I could be a gamer. I could be a medical fucking essential worker. I could do surgery. You don't fucking know. I could fucking take care of pets. You don't fucking know. So just going to say that this is an aspect of my life that I've missed, the podcast. And of course you can't do that if you're a top gamer. Food critic, there you go. When somebody wants me to choke to death on a donut, they tried to make it like I was leaving Doctor Who, and I'm a food critic now because, we don't want him in the Whovian community. Well, you're fucking stuck with me now because you motherfuckers pissed me off so fucking bad. I need to fucking fuck you up. Fucking tons of podcasts. So every single fucking day, I know people are not going to be proud of this, but every fucking day I'm going to be fucking doing podcasts. Other Real Whovians. Of course, it's going to be everything shows.
Do it with humility. Don't.
Yes.
Humility. That's what you need.
Oh, it's not going to be the same Matrix Lord every day. You know, some days I'm going to be happy, of course. Some days I'm going to be sarcastic, but you know.
How on the subject of Doctor Who itself, how are you feeling about the way it's shaping up now? From as it is shaping up, are you happy with what's coming out with it?
I am okay. I am not happy with the trailer. I told you that.
Yes,
I'm honest. I hated the fucking trailer. Right?
Well,
I'm happy with. I'm very happy with the choice of Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh yes,
I'm very happy that Wilf is coming back, and I know that he died filming. Right,
it's going to be a short scenery with him.
Right,
yes.
I know, but I'm very grateful. We got to have him again. Right.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic about Catherine Tate appearing, and I am very, very. I want to beat the shit out of myself when my friends called my Facebook Messenger and it had put Catherine Tate on to talk to me, and I missed the call because I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh,
so I am so upset about that, beyond belief. But anyway, I'm happy Catherine Tate is back. I'm happy that David Tennant's back. I'm glad my son Anthony, met David Tennant. That was nice. As he met Sam Raimi, that was nice. And he got to talk to them. It feels like unfinished business, that we're just picking up where we left off and we're fixing what we need to fix. I am concerned that, because I feel that in order to move forward, we have to move a little backward and we have to fix a dreaded mistake for the show to continue at 100% capacity. And the only way the show can continue, now there's a way about going about doing things. You could ignore the situation, like the Doctor's half human, like the 8th Doctor thing. But the Timeless Child is a thing that cannot be ignored, I feel. And I know that Russell is best friends with Chibnall, even though he doesn't agree with him. And he's best friends with Moffat, even though they don't always agree. I kind of feel that the Timeless Child has to be fixed.
It doesn't need to be addressed at all now.
I think it does.
Why? Because she dropped the fob watch into the bells of the TARDIS. No one's going to find it, and no one's going to remember it. Let's just forget about that and move on to the next stage of Doctor Who's.
We don't even know if it was what it is. It could have been a trap anyway. It could have been a thing to erase a memory, not give her memories.
Yeah, but if you're gonna torture yourself about the Timeless Children not being wrapped up properly, then
I feel that he's strong enough a writer to fix it. I feel that it has to be addressed. I feel that if you don't bring it up,
what if they fix it in a way that you don't like? Then what?
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, will they or won't they? Will you say that the Master's a lying lunatic and that it's bullshit? Yeah, because I don't believe my greatest enemy either.
But we don't even know whether he lied or not, because we don't even know the actual truth of the Timeless Children. It's still ambiguous.
Right.
So it's better left where it is and never spoken about again. And let's just move on and enjoy Shooty's little run. David Tennant's little run, which Tennant. Why is it always Tennant? But anyway, get all that out of the way.
Why is it always Tennant?
He's always, they overuse him like, I can't swear. Yes, I can. They overuse him like fuck.
He brings in the Monet. Don't you understand?
No.
You think Doomsday is going to bring in the Monet?
Anyone to fill in the.
You want to know how the BBC have little say? Doomsday. Oh. That's how they have fucking say. And then Russell T Davies is like, oh shit, and then he has to he can't really say something negative about it. He's like, oh, Doom is an amazing part of the.
Why didn't they just simply give Paul McGann another 3 extra stories to play with before
because they can't do shit with Doctor Who without Russell T Davies' permission because he rented it out. So they can't. So if they can't do a Doctor, they create a fucking assassin that sucks ass.
Oh, you mean the Doom thing? Yes, I have no interest in that.
Yes, thank you. Neither does anybody else in this world. Yeah.
But anyway, I will sit and watch the David Tennant ones. I have to. I've got no choice.
Of course.
I've got no choice. But God. As long as Shooty's in it, in all those 3 episodes that they're going to show.
He's not in all 3 episodes. No. There are 3 specials. You keep forgetting the 4th special. The 4th special is the Christmas special where Shooty's going to be.
Yeah.
Like he's going to appear at the end of the 3rd special.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Or he's going to appear. No, he's going to appear in a special before he appears.
Yes, exactly.
I guess in that place that he's why didn't I emerge type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be revealed that the celestial toy maker Neil Patrick Harris had altered the regeneration, like it's happened 5 times before. Don't make it like people didn't alter the regeneration, because they have like 5 or 6, could be even more than that, right? So this is not the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th time this has happened. Any being that's of higher caliber can, all I have to do is give it a little push, and the Time Lord will be erratic. Like basically, anybody that is a higher being, like what's Rompa, what the fuck is his name? Sarah Jane couldn't even say it, but the monk guy, right? The
Chochi
for punch, whatever. But, right. So I want to give the regeneration a push, and like what he basically did, right? So again, this is what happens. They kind of fucking alter the regeneration, and then you get probably the greatest doctor ever, like Tom Baker, and then of course David Tennant. I like David Tennant now, so that was the thing. I know. But I'm just, hey, listen, thank God though, right? Like, thank God it's not bad. Well, it was bad. Wow. It was bad recently. But we're over that now. And that's the thing, we're supposed to be over that now. We're not supposed to be like, oh, it's going, you don't know if the doctor was going to suck. You don't know. You didn't see anything yet.
Well, you mean...
Good night, Darius. Maybe it would be nice to see you. You can pop in anytime you want. You're welcome. So, and again, I don't hold grudges and everything. Everybody's talking. I could tell anybody who wants to come on here, just tell me. But nobody should be afraid to come in here either. You know what I'm talking about. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
People are afraid. No, you're not talking to you. You don't give a shit.
Oh, fuck you then. You can talk.
No, you don't give a shit what people say. You're here.
Yeah, true.
That's right.
I'm a man. I'm an island.
Don't worry. He won't hurt you, kid. If you know what I'm talking about. Your arch nemesis that's scared.
Wow. Wow.
Fear me. I've killed hundreds of trolls. Fear me. I've killed them all. No. Yeah, so kick Memory's ass. No, anyway, this is the fucking genuine article right here, bro. How many podcasts have you done with me? Tons. Right? You've done tons of podcasts with me, right? Philip?
What's that, mate?
I said you've done tons of podcasts with me, right?
Yeah, untold.
Right.
I've been here for years, mate.
You know what the best part of it is?
What is it?
We're going to be in diapers again doing podcasts. If that's how long this shit's going to go. I'm going to, right here in a few decades. Right here. I don't have to go to bed. I'm going to do right here, man. I probably won't have hair. Start. It's like reverse regeneration energy. I gotta tell you a funny story because I like knocking myself sometimes. It's pretty funny for the viewers and funny for you too. Sharon did a video. I was playing a video game, right? So she did a video the other day, right? So you always have a perception of yourself, like I guess your avatar or the way you're supposed to be. So of course you guys see me this way, right? Mm-hmm. I really didn't see myself at other angles, right? So I kind of saw myself playing the thing, and it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I got to see the top of my head, and I'm like traumatized for days. I'm like, oh. So then I'm looking up on Google because I remember.
No, how can you not know?
I don't. Could you see what your asshole looks like? No, you don't have like the fucking thing, right? So I don't know what my fucking top of my head looks like, right? I really don't see it. It's not like I go in a fucking weird position. I can fucking see. It's not like I have a mirror on the goddamn fucking ceiling, right? So I don't fucking know. So
I don't know about your mirrors in the ceiling. We'll have to look at your bedroom for that one.
Right. So listen. So I don't have a mirror on the ceiling. So like I don't fucking know. So like I'm seeing. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have hair. I'm old, right? So I'm like. So then I'm thinking about someone who used to be on our cast. David asked me like, oh, you need to get your hair implants. You need to get this. You need to get that. So I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? How do I get hair? Do I need to get some thickening? I'm like looking up these medical. Listen, it's stupid, but you know what? I can see myself now. This is the way I need to see, right here. This is what I need to see to make myself happy, not be depressed any which way. Got to see from this angle or this angle. What you perceive yourself to be. That's it.
Yes. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Wow. Wow. That's why Joey Jupiter has hair. There you go. So that's it.
But yeah,
we don't know. No. Well, we got. What's name's returning? Susan, right? The 60th. We heard.
Have we? What,
Caroline Ford? Like officially? Hasn't it been officially?
This is the first I'm hearing it.
I thought it was official. It was coming. What the hell?
Caroline Ford. I didn't think she'd be into doing it.
Why?
Well, she's she's a bit down the road now. I mean, what are they going to do?
All right, but it's a job. William Russell came back. What are you talking about? Sat in a chair talking shit. Like, well, okay. Like the doctor's a woman? What? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm waiting to say fuck word on the thing. What's wrong?
But I'm intrigued that Melanie Bush, Bonnie Langford, I'm intrigued to see how she's going to fare with Shooty being.
That's why you don't burn your bushes, basically. And you know what? Listen, maybe if I drank carrot juice, maybe my hair will grow back. I got to look into that because maybe carrot juice is the future. The future is carrot juice.
If you want to be a ginger monster, then yeah, why not?
Or exercise bikes, I guess. I mean, that's
no.
Again, she would have been my first choice or my 8th or 27th choice, but she's back, so if she could come back, any fucking body can come back, really.
Very true.
Harriet Jones, let's go. I mean, whatever.
I mean, Mel would have been my last choice. I wouldn't have thought to bring her back at all. I wouldn't have thought about it.
No offense, I agree. Like, probably mine too, because she wasn't my favorite, but like, still,
yeah.
You know, she's back. So, right. God bless her. She's back, and I look forward to more people coming back, honestly, because everybody had their own way of doing things. Moffat never looked back, but Russell T Davies looked at all directions, which is great because it's a Tom Trump show anyway.
Exactly.
So we can go back and forward and whatever. Change could be change, even though it's a familiar face.
And this thing about the newspapers printing about Millie Gibson being a diva. So what?
Oh, I was so fucking pissed with that article.
So what?
Come on.
Like,
she's 18 years old. Was she 19 now?
Something like that.
Yeah, don't fucking pick on her. Come on.
There's no point. Why do that? I mean, she hasn't even. I mean, even if she's a bit of a diva, that's the way things are in the entertainment world. People are the way they are.
Did you really classify her as a diva with a thing that we never even heard of that fucking handle on Twitter?
Maybe she would just. I mean, they say that it was because she was tied on the night shoots. Who isn't? Night shoots can be grueling.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, leave her alone. Everybody's gonna be so fucking negatively shit. Yeah. Who cares? She made a complaint. Who gives a shit? Don't make it like she's a fucking horrible person. That's please. They doing the same thing with Shooty. They're trying to make he's a gay doctor and shit. I doubt that. He's straight in real life, isn't he?
No, and he hasn't really said either way. But my radar's on, so I know what I
You know he is.
Yeah.
He hasn't have any closets to come out of yet.
He's bounced out of that closet like nobody's business. But,
Jesus. I thought he had a girlfriend though. He doesn't have. Well, maybe he's curious.
No. I'm not even gonna justify whether he is or isn't.
Listen, man. Hey, whatever way he swings in real life, he's just the doctor. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not
exactly
that right.
I mean,
He's not going to throw your fucking thing into the
look at Patrick Charlton. He was a right womanizer, but we don't talk about that, do we? So we don't really. It doesn't really matter.
Listen, man, we don't talk about those antics and adventures. No, you don't need to know about that. You don't need to know about that. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Davison loved his salary. We know why now.
Hey, anyway. You know what? Hey, man.
But anyway, at the end of the day, those people are here to entertain us. If they've got a bitch and moan, let them bitch and moan, because that's part of having to live life as an actor.
Yeah.
So, they're only human.
And in case you guys missed me, now you won't. You won't. It's going to be so sick of me. I know right now someone is taking shit and throwing it into the wall, cursing in different languages, pissed off, with different accents. They were really angry. And you know what?
It's the rapture.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm back. It's like, oh well, you did it to yourselves, really.
If you're ready to come back, come back. If you're not, take another 6 months off.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I don't think my gaming venture is going to be ready for it, because this is going to be my main thing. But you know what? Let's see if we can do something, shall we?
If you can juggle, juggle.
That's it. Or is it 3 things? Because there's a full-time job too, right? And then there is another book, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. We'll see. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You're going to end up being the wicked man.
Shit. I got to tell you, I can't wait to see a movie about me. That's going to be fucking some shit. I'm telling you, when all I know is I'm going to be rich. I'm obviously going to pick his up. I'm going to fucking go to the theater, right? I'm going to buy you an outfit, everybody fucking outfit. Hotel paid for, right? And fucking everything, right? And I'm going to fucking laugh my ass off. And so will you and everybody else, because if I'm rich, then you're fucking taken care of too. So I'm going to fucking piss myself and laugh. I'm like, this motherfucking movie's about me and shit. I'm like, oh!
If you become rich, I'll become your third son. I might be blacker, but that's because of the where we live.
Because it's time travel, and you can be. That's it. No. I always said, if I become rich, I said, I will do shit that I want to do. I will fucking visit all the real Whovians. We'll do a goddamn fucking special on YouTube Premium about it. Me visiting fucking everybody, and then we'll have Matrix Floyd Inc. Basically, we'll have everybody's like chilling with me, taken care of, like Mr. Beast takes care of his people, right? Buying them fucking houses next. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be that much, like buying houses next to each other, but shit, it's gonna be fucking cool. I told you I want to do ghost hunting too.
You want to do ghost hunting?
Yes. Wouldn't you want to?
Ghost hunting.
Yes. Getting equipment like the ghost hunters. Go with them. We'll go with them. You wouldn't want to? Why not?
Well, I believe the dead should remain dead. That's
well. It's not fun. Who would want it? Come on, you didn't think about it. You wanted to. Come on, let's get freedom too. Come on. I know he wanted to. So did I. We'll take him out of the parking lot. We'll put him back in the same point in time he left, like a couple of seconds later. He can go to work. Why not? Wouldn't you want to see me go to see him and sit in his car and do a podcast with him? Why not?
That would be a
right?
thing.
That would be great, right? Fucking A. Why not? Yeah. If nobody Bush can come back, the possibilities are endless. Come on.
Joe and Freedom, the parking lot special.
Jesus Christ. We'll fucking rent out of the parking lot. We'll get a fucking DJ, a band. We'll fucking shake it. We'll shake it right into the next regeneration. Come on, man. We'll party like it's 2005. Come on.
I remember that time. Wasn't a good party.
Yeah, I don't think that was a big deal either.
Okay.
Maybe I blocked it out. But anyway. So. Don't burn the bush. Ha! What's up, Dukes? Dukes, bro, you got me before, man. I'm sorry. I was on the throne. Well, going to the throne. Wanted to play a game with me. And I'm like, I don't oh no, man, because I gotta do my business. And then I didn't mean to piss you off, but it happens. He knows my stomach, right, Philip? My stomach acts up. Forget it. I can't do shit.
Thank you very much for your
internal. Yeah, you know I have stomach. It's because Matrix Lord 212 is always on the go, but he never runs and goes on the throne. So he's always working. He's doing this. He's doing that, and he's only off 1 or 2 days a week. And when he is off, his body's like, oh, he's stable. He ain't moving. It's time to go to the throne and flush it, baby. Flush it. And that's basically what happens. Stomach knows the clock, and that's it. It ticks away. Drop off my lost subjects, and that's the end of it.
Dear viewers, I apologize for what you were witnessing because this man is now finally flipped. He's red. Okay. And to return to normal programming.
So get ready to love this face. He's back, baby. Who else is coming on here? Darius, you coming on next? Come on.
I thought he was bed.
No, he'll come back on one day.
Darius.
Matrix Lord Unbound. Anybody can come back on the podcast that he lets. Very interesting. Doctor Who's coming back. We need to talk about it. That's it. I was going to hold off really until when it gets closer, but no, man, I'm needed.
I'm surprised we got this far waiting for Doctor Who. I thought it was going to be a right dry spell, but we've been given enough information and pictures and things to keep us going, which is quite good.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. We have Neil Patrick Harris, who we believe is the Celestial Stormmaker, right?
Yeah.
Who is Jinx Monsoon going to be? Because she's going to be somebody else.
Yeah, but you know what?
Is she the Ronnie?
No.
She's somebody big. She isn't somebody new.
Because we're dealing with a toy maker. The toy maker is part of a family. You didn't know that, did you? He's a part of other omnipotent gods.
That appeared on Doctor Who?
No, but his back history is he's part of 5 eternal beings. You got the Black Guardian.
Is his sister?
So yeah, kind of thing. You got the Black Guardian, the White Guardian, the toy maker, and then she might be the sister, kind of thing.
That's 4, right?
Okay, well, 5 or 4.
Celestial Toy Maker, White Guardian, Black Guardian.
Yeah. And then you got
her, and then somebody else. Oh, what was the beings that appeared in Jodie's thing?
Oh, them. I have no idea. Do you know what? I know what you mean.
There were 2 of them, right? Those are 2?
2 of them. Yeah, that old man and the
okay, the so old guy, girl, Black Guardian, White Guardian, Celestial Tormentor. And then she would be, because he had 5 not counting himself, so she would be the sister, right?
It could be 6. It could be 2. I don't know. But
No, 5 meaning him plus 5 others, right?
Yeah.
So she's a sister. Maybe. She's the nightmare.
Because they do tout her as being omnipotent. The most
well, they said that she is his nightmare, and that kid is probably the savior of the 2-part finale, supposedly.
Yeah, and obviously she's the god of tune. I don't know. She's some sort of being of tunes and music.
Oh, so, that's what she is.
Well, look at her costume though. It's all musical with keyboards and stuff like that.
And we also have to have the final and final battle of the Black Guardian, because they said they were going to cancel one more time.
Yeah, they never did bring him back, did they? After
Armageddon. We're doing the White Guardian return too.
After what's that one with
Enlightenment?
Enlightenment, yes.
Yeah,
that's one of my quietly favorite stories. Actually,
mine too.
I do like Enlightenment.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here. It's been fun, Philip. Thank you so much for breaking the ice with me and having fun. And I hope nobody's offended at my return full time to podcasting. I know people are. What was the words of Ric Flair? Whether you like it or you don't like it,
yeah, I am.
Learn to love it.
I am the Matrix 212. I am back, whether you like it or not.
Right.
That's the way.
And it's needed in this Whovian community right now, because I need to unbalance the equation. obviously. Take my rightful place. That's basically it. Don't be afraid to come in here. Don't be afraid. Don't listen to people. Be scared. They're like, don't you dare go on Matrix Lord Show, because then you ain't gonna have tea with us at the table.
That's why I live on my own island. I don't get involved with shit like that. No, thank you.
That's right.
Not my thing. Never was, never will be.
And Philip is one member out of many, many Whovians, many that you shall see.
Ooh,
you see my team, my group. It's not just Scott, not just Chris. You're gonna see Vaughn.
Wow.
You're gonna see Susie. You're gonna see Sally. You see everybody. So all you gamers, yes, I'll still continue gaming, but you're gonna see my friends on here. That's right. My group, my team. Happy about that.
My team.
That's right. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.
Good to see you.